Rob. This video, we're going to get back into The Walking Dead Season 4. We're going to discuss the group and their whereabouts. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, we're still in that mid-season break, of course, as you well know, which I hate. It sucks so bad. But, you know, a couple of last videos that we've done, we discussed the hunters, the potential of the hunters being on the show. We discussed the theory, or conspiracy theory right now, of Tyrese saving baby Judith, so that remains to be seen. We also went over the death of Hershel, the death of the governor. Now I want to talk about the group, because we really haven't gotten into that yet. Obviously, with the last couple of weeks, with the, you know, the holidays were coming, and things of that nature. It's been really a little slow here on 18. Now with the new year coming upon us, I'm trying to kick things back into gear. Now, look, here's my thoughts on the whole group thing. And I know there are channels out there, or I think there's a popular Facebook page that has good spoiler content for the show. I don't really view that kind of stuff because when it comes to TV shows, I like to keep it fresh. Movie stuff, I don't mind spoiling myself too much with movie stuff or checking out spoilers, because unlike other people, it doesn't really ruin it for me. When I go watch the movie, it's always a different experience, unless it's a major plot. You know, it's the plot stuff I don't like. If it's any scenes or described scenes, then it doesn't bother me so much. So so the group, now we know obviously Rick and Carl were together. I feel confident that I think Maggie, Beth, and Glenn are together. I don't know about those people on the bus. I don't know if we're going to see them. I don't know how far into this separation they're going to show us when they restart the season. So it could be a good chance that those people will be gone, either left the group or died on the road, whatever the case may be. It seems like Tyrese might, if he did save baby Judith, then he's going to probably be with her. And I think the other young girls, I know it sounds crazy, but Tyrese is going to probably be like a big teddy bear protector for the kids, because they were kind of all in the same whereabouts, and he kind of followed them. So that's a safe bet. And Michonne and Daryl, I'm a little confused about. I know that they can handle themselves, that's for sure. So now the thing is, who are going to be together for the most part, and where are they going to go? Personally, I kind of want to focus on Maggie and Beth, because obviously we still have to see the repercussions of their father's death and how they're going to react to that. And the one thing that's been sticking on my mind is when they do eventually reunite with Rick, and I think that's going to happen at the end of the season. I think that's going to be the big season finale, is the group coming back together. I'm wondering if she's going to somewhat blame him for Hershel's death, because he could have stopped it. You know, if he would have just left, I think the governor would have just been like, okay, no problem, we'll take the prison, you guys go about your way, and we'll keep it that way. So I'm wondering if we're going to see some repercussions there. We still haven't 100% flushed out the whole potential ordeal with Carol being banned and Tyrese. And we know Daryl was obviously very upset about it, but we didn't see that play out fully, because right as they were talking about it, then we had the issue with the governor showing up and things of that nature. Now, I think we're going to see some visits or revisiting some prior locations. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some of the group, in particular Maggie, Beth, and whoever they're with, maybe Glenn. It wouldn't surprise me if they revisit the farm. That was something that I believe, if I remember serves me correctly, I believe that happened in the comic book, that a couple of group members did go to revisit the farm, although it wasn't them. I think in the comic it was somebody else. So, but it's been a while, so don't quote me on that. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see either them or any other part of the group return to the farm, or revisit like Rick's old town, just kind of familiarity. You know, at this point they're on the run. To go to the unknown is a bit unsafe right now, perhaps, so they might revisit some old locations, see if it's cleared out, see if there's anything there that they can scraggle up. You know, that I think would be the first reaction after such a traumatic experience in terms of the attack on the prison and the death of Hershel. But I think we're definitely going to see Carl and Rick together. Who they're going to end up with down the road is a question mark. Now, I've heard rumors and whispers in the wind that Tyrese may be running into Carol. Now, if that's true, and that's the one spoiler that when I read it, I said, okay, I can't come back here. I don't want to ruin stuff for myself. But because I know it now, I'm going to discuss it. And the one thing that's going to be interesting is, you know, in the comic, Carol and Tyrese had a relationship. Wouldn't it be morbid or crazy if, because they're alone together and on the road with these kids, that they develop some sort of relationship? I know it's a little far fetched, but they've been sticking to the comic book this season more than probably closest to the first season, but in a different kind of way. Like, you know, there have been a lot of comic book revisits, but like I said, it just happens differently. You know, in a comic, it wasn't Hershel that got killed. You know, certain things happened to Michonne in the comic that didn't happen on the show, but still kind of similarly led to a certain path. I mean, it's really kind of cool how they've been doing it. But I think we're going to. I guess my biggest question is whether or not we're going to see the group directly after the aftermath, or if we're going to see them a couple of weeks down after the whole incident has happened. That's kind of tough to tell, but either way, I still stick with my theory that we're going to see the second half of the season with all of them separated and coming together towards the end. Again, I know there's been a lot of leaked information on the internet, certain websites that have spoilers. I have not read any of them. I'm staying away. So I'm hoping that some of you guys that view this video and comment and do the whole Walking Dead content do not leak that information here, just for my sake more than anything. But, you know, obviously I can't control what you guys write. So, you know, either way I may find out. But I think I think we'll see the farm, not permanently. I think it'll be a revisit. I don't think whoever goes there will stay long. I'm wondering if we're going to see Michonne head to what is it, Macon, the name of the town. You know, I think that's another interesting, because I don't know, when she looked at the map, I don't know if she was doing that to see if the governor was down there, or if just it was something that she knows or recognizes. And you know, Michonne, she's got no fear. She'll set off on her own or with somebody. It doesn't matter. I think there's a chance she's going to be with Daryl. But, you know, it's going to be interesting. Now, one last thing I want to mention is, for some of you who've been following the channel since the old days on ET, you do know that I went to the New York Comic Con. I did sit at the, not sit, but I was at the Walking Dead panel. And one thing, and I've mentioned this in older videos, I want to mention it again because we're getting closer to that moment now. One thing that Rick did mention, or excuse me, Andrew Lincoln did mention, was that episode 9 was going to be a real tough episode for a lot of people. And when he read the script, he actually called Greg Nicotero and told him, you're going to piss off a lot of people. I don't know what he meant by that. I can't imagine it being another major death. I think it'll be too soon. But, you know, they've kind of had no mercy this season on people. I mean, Hershel's death was rough to watch. Even now thinking about it, I'm like, wow, I remember my reaction when I sat there. I remember my wife's reaction. So I can't see them doing another death like that to open the second half. But I think the cards are on. I think all bets are off at this point. I think they've crossed that line to tell the audience that, look, we're going to be brutal whether you can accept it or not. So I don't know what he meant by that comment towards Greg Nicotero, or when he mentioned it. I don't know what that entails, because another thing I heard at the panel was that Carl was going to have a badass episode in the second half of the season. It's going to be interesting. So, but in terms of the group, that's what I think. I think Daryl's with Michonne. Obviously, Rick's with Carl. I think somehow Beth, Sasha, Maggie, and Glenn are all together. I think the people on the bus just probably became zombie fodder down the road. I don't think we're going to be seeing them. And I think Tyrese is with all the kids. You know, whether or not he's with baby Judith, that remains to be seen. I know a lot of people 100% believe that he is with her based on that image or that video that is on the description in my Tyrese video. But overall, until I actually see her, I don't want to get my hopes up. So I'm not going to, you know, get all excited about that. To me right now, she's gone. And if I see her again, I'll be happy. And if not, at least I know that I won't be disappointed. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that group setup is correct? Do you think we'll revisit some older sites like the farm, see what it looks like now? That'd be interesting. As long as they don't stay there for a long period of time, whoever goes there. And second half thoughts. I mean, I got some predictions, but you know what? I can't really think of any death predictions. I don't think people are ready for that. I think Hershel is good enough for the year. Honestly, I do. But I don't know. I'm really interested to see episode 9 because of what I heard at Comic-Con that day. So anyway, guys, share your thoughts in your comments below, and I'll see you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to get back into The Walking Dead Season 4. We're going to discuss the group and their whereabouts. Okay guys, welcome back. So, we're still in that mid-season break, of course, as you well know. which I hate. It sucks so bad. But you know, a couple of last videos that we've done, we discussed the hunters, the potential of the hunters being on the show. We discussed the theory or conspiracy theory right now of Tyrese saving baby Judith, so that remains to be seen. We also went over the death of Hershel, the death of the governor. Now I want to talk about the group because we really haven't gotten into that yet. Obviously, with the last couple of weeks, with the you know, the holidays were coming and things of that nature. It's been really a little slow here on 18. Now with the new year coming upon us, I'm trying to kick things back into gear. Now, look, here's my thoughts on the whole group thing. And I know there are channels out there, or I think there's a popular Facebook page that has good spoiler content for the show. I don't really view that kind of stuff because when it comes to TV shows, I like to keep it fresh. Movie stuff, I don't mind spoiling myself too much with movie stuff.